Hi, Richie.
Hi, Sin.
Hi, everyone. What are we doing here today?
We're recording another great Runes of Bloodborne deep dive.
Runes of Bloodborne.
Is that going to be the new jingle that you play at the start of every episode? Runes of Bloodborne!
You know what? Yes. Mhm. You just saw my muse in action.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Sorry, everyone. It's like witnessing a miracle.
And in this episode of Runes of Bloodborne, we're talking about the Clawmark rune.
Mhm.
I believe you have an outline of some description.
Yes.
Yes.
And since we talked extensively about beast-related things in the Beast Rune, we will only be talking about information that we may not have covered in the previous episode.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the previous episode is actually a really, really good one. It's available on YouTube, and I'll link it below. I think it's one of our best works.
You know, you used the wrong German audio in that.
Really? How so?
Yeah, because I said there's a line where Gurman says the workshop's cast a flame. And you use the one where he's like, all these frightful things, look at them burn. But there's another one where he's just sounds like confused and he's like, what, the workshop is burning. Like he's just found out about it.
And you're just telling me this now, you bully.
Well,
Because if
I
you
didn't
told me
know.
earlier,
till I listened back to it.
I could have unuploaded the thing and re-uploaded it, but now.
Yeah, but I didn't listen to it for like a week.
Why didn't you come to the premiere? That's what the premieres are for. That's why I listen to all the premieres. So I'm like, okay, if I notice something weird.
The premiere is for me to notice mistakes.
Well, that's what I use them for, because I'm a productive human being who takes this podcasting seriously. That's why I'm at every premiere. So I can be like, okay, like if there's a little mistake, I can rectify it and re-upload it.
Then you can re-release the Runes of Bloodborne Beast Rune Ultimate Edition.
You're such a effing bully. You're a sneaky bully. Sneaky bully. And you know what you could have done? You could have not told me and I wouldn't have known. But you decided to tell me knowing I cannot change it. That's like, what is sneaky, saboteur, and mastermind at the same time? What's the word for that?
I don't know, they sound like classes from Team Fortress.
You're a Team Fortress bully. Okay. So, let's do this again. Hi, Richie.
Hi, Sin.
Hi, everyone. What are we doing here today?
We're recording another great Runes of Bloodborne episode. It's gone very well so far, but we thought it could be even better, so we started again.
Mm-hmm.
And this episode is about the Clawmark rune.
Mm-hmm. And we did a very, very good podcast on the Beast Rune previously. I swear to God, Richie, if you make a comment.
It's good.
It was good. Richie made a comment previously that set us off on a tangent and we had to restart the recording again.
We didn't restart the recording. We just kept, like, you could theoretically put that in there.
No. I'm going to use the previous 5 minutes to put it on the tier where I put the clips of you bullying me. And as I was saying, we did a very good Beast Runes podcast, which is available on YouTube, which I will link below. And since we covered a lot of relevant information in Beast Runes, we won't be repeating the information.
Very relevant information.
Oh my god, what? Oh my god!
No one is listening to this for relevant information at this point.
Oh my god! You know what? You do the podcast. Let's go. Let's start again, and you're gonna do the entire podcast because you bully yourself. You know what? You know what? You'll see what it's like.
I don't have the outline. Only you're trustworthy enough to have the outline.
Okay. One last time, Richie.
Okay.
One last time.
Okay.
Hi, Richie.
Hi, Sin.
Hi, everyone. What are we doing here today?
We're recording about the Runes of Bloodborne, an exciting series where we talk about the Runes of Bloodborne and there's an outline that we don't deviate from. And this episode is apparently about Clawmark. We haven't gotten there yet, but we'll give it a good try.
Yep, excellent. And we're not gonna, I'm saying this for like the third time, this is so weird. We're not gonna cover all the details of Clawmark that have to do with beasts because we have a very extensive Beast Runes podcast available on YouTube. So we're only gonna cover new information in this specific episode.
Yes.
Good. Is there any other comment you'd like to make, Richie?
No, I think we covered it all.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you. I have the outline. Let's start with describing the drawing on the rune and what it represents.
Well, it looks a bit like something has scratched it.
Something with like 20 fingers?
Well, something with like 9 fingers, or 8, depending on how you interpret the middle line.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 fingers. And some of the fingers are weird because the claw mark doesn't go all the way through, so some of the fingers are only at the top. Like one is at the top and one is at the bottom.
Yeah.
The beginning and the end.
What do you think could have left this in this game about people turning into beasts?
Well, like I said in the previous episode, which is the Beast Runes episode, which is one of our greatest works, I think what this looks like is somebody counting down the days they've been in jail. So it's like 10 days and puts some like a line in the middle. You know?
Yep. You don't think it looks like a claw mark?
No, it does not look like a claw mark. No.
Okay.
Take your hand and like claw something. It doesn't look like that at all.
Ow!
Like what?
I clawed myself.
Maybe somebody clawed something and they thought it's not hardcore enough, so they added a bunch of claws in the middle after the fact. You know?
Yeah, but we don't have claws, though. We just have, like, fingernails.
Whatever, same thing. Somebody clawed with their fingernails. It was only like 4 or 5 fingernails, so they added a bar in between each. Actually, yeah, that could work. That could actually work, Richie. Okay. So, wait, let me I need to draw this out. Give me a paper. Shit, I have no paper because I'm moving, so I have nothing. What is this? Is this a manual? Okay, I found one paper. So, it would look like this, right? And then if I draw stuff in the middle...
You understand that I can't see this. You're just saying it looks like this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pretty much. Okay, so this is what happened. I will try to illustrate this in the video. But basically somebody clawed something and then drew a line in between each thing they clawed.
Yep.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, I think that is what it's supposed to be, yeah.
Why did they do that?
Well, I don't know how much we're allowed to talk about because of the outline.
So we just described what it looks like. Do you have any other ideas about the look?
No, it just looks like two sets of claws raked something, and then there's like an off-kilter cross in the middle. Because all the Carol
Two
runes
sets
have
of
some
claws!
sort of...
Oh my god, Richie! Yeah, maybe they were doing it with both hands.
That's what I thought you said.
No, oh my god, you didn't understand what I said at all. What I said was much stupider. Okay, imagine that you claw something, okay, and it leaves 5 traces, right?
Yeah.
But in between each trace, you take a pencil and you manually draw a line.
You think that's what the beasts are doing?
To make it more hardcore, to scare the humans, so that humans think you have like 10 fingers, you know? Yeah, that's what the beasts are doing. But yeah, okay. I'm good with this logical explanation. It's just two hands clawing something. But why did they put the thing in the middle? Like the cross or...
Because all the Carol runes have some sort of like they'll have a division in the middle that represents something. This is one of the odder divisions because it's on an angle. It's not like a right angle.
Well,
it's
isn't
like
a metamorphosis on an angle type deal? Or?
That's a cross that's like twisted. But like the center of the cross is still
still okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you, Richie. Now, can you read the text in your best Yarnomite voice?
Which Yarnomite?
Well, the one that has to go to work at 6 a.m., but his bus is late and he's not very happy about it.
Does he work in Yarnum or does he commute?
He works in Kindhurst. He has a hot dog stand there.
The claw mark is an impulse to seek the warmth of blood like a beast. It strengthens visceral attacks, one of the darker hunter techniques. Although the difference is subtle, Runesmith Carol describes the beast as a horrific and unwelcome instinct deep within the hearts of men, while claw mark is an alluring invitation to accept that very nature.
Oh, deep. Okay, and what does the rune do? What is the effect or the function?
It gives you bonus damage when you do the visceral attacks.
Okay. What is the location of the rune? Where is it? How do we find it? And who has it?
The first one you find... Well, it depends on... Okay, yeah, okay. You can get them in different orders, but like we'll just say the first one that you find is on a hunter in Yahogul. The second one you find is on Gilbert. And the third one is in a Lauren chalice.
Now let's look at the text closely. And I feel like we don't need to go into detail about where we find it and the characters we find it on, because we have talked about all of them in podcasts.
What, the hunter in Gilbert?
Yeah.
You know, that hunter is unique.
Gilbert is unique?
No, the hunter that you get it from. He's like a unique, like, he has properties other characters don't have.
Which hunter is that? Wait. Wait. Yahargul Hunter, right?
The one with no shirt.
I feel like we talked about him at a podcast.
Yeah, but we've talked about everything about 9 times at this point.
Okay, alright, so you want to talk about the hunter?
Well, I think he's, like, more relevant than the other things we've talked about, like the fact that there's a cross in the middle of the design.
Bully? Relevance bully? Okay, so let's do this again. So now, let's briefly talk about the people who dropped the rune.
Alright.
Alright. Look at me. I'm rich. I'm so enthusiastic about this.
Well,
Patreon.com/SinclairLore.
If you're listening to this, it's already too late.
Okay, so
Okay.
Yahargul Hunter, go.
Yeah. So after the red moon descends, and you go to Yahargul, there are 3 Yahargul hunters in the chapel where the Snatcher used to be. And one of them is in the process of turning into a beast. So 2 of them act like regular hunters. This third one that we get the rune from, he has no shirt on. He just has the helmet. And he's got the beast claw weapon. And he's positioned in the middle of the floor grating on a place where you normally see there's a moon rune. So the idea is the red moon has gone into that guy and he's turning into a beast. And he is a unique hunter in that if you throw pungent blood cocktails, he will chase them, which is something that other hunters don't do. So they specifically coded this guy to do that. To show that he's turning into a beast.
Oh, that's clever. That's a cute little detail.
Yeah.
Good job, From Software.
Yeah, but there's a guy who's turned into a beast in the nightmare and he doesn't do it. So.
Okay. Thank you, Rich. Is there anything else you want to tell us about the hunter? No, that's it. That was relevant. That was good.
Thank you.
So now, can you tell us about Gilbert?
Well, Gilbert is a man, and he's in Yharnam, and he was from outside Yharnam, and then he came to Yharnam, and he got a whole lot of blood in him to heal him. And he's our friend, and then when the red moon descends, he turns into a beast. And when we kill the beast, we get claw mark.
What does that mean?
Well, you know how beasts have claws? And they want to they want to rip you open and eat you.
Sometimes.
That's what's going on.
Oh. What if?
That's become the most the thing that as soon as I hear it, I get this horrible fear in the pit of my stomach. And you're just what if? It's oh no.
What you said made me have a visual. My muse visited me at the moment, and she put a vision in my head. So, what's really happening is that when you take in too much of the blood, the healing church blood into yourself, you start seeing other people as giant sushi. And that's why you want to claw them and eat them. I had a vision of Gilbert just chilling, and then he looks at you and you turn into a giant sushi, and then he's like, sushi, and then there's no bad intention on his part, you know? Just like in a cartoon, sometimes a character gets hit on the head or something, or it's too hot outside, and they look somewhere and they see something else. You know what I mean?
Do you think that you have a muse? Or do you think that you just lack something that other people have that filters out ideas like that?
Oh, that is bullerific, even for Richie. Oh my god. Jesus. proud of yourself, Richie?
How do you eat sushi? Do you actually attempt to tear sushi apart with your hands while growling, or do you? Because it's got that like seaweed on the outside of it, so you can just pick it up and sort of nibble on it.
Well, that's how I pictured it. You just like put your claws through the seaweed and rip it up. So it's like crunchy on the outside, but like soft on the inside.
Why
you know?
sushi?
Why not?
Surely this applies to most food.
No, but a giant sushi, not just any sushi. A giant sushi, and it walks and talks and it smiles at you with like really cute eyes. You know what I mean? And that cute anime face.
Well, then why would you want to kill it?
Not kill it. Eat it.
It's horrifying. You eat it while it's alive. No?
No. It's like, hey, I'm a sushi. You can eat me. And then you're like, oh my god, okay, sushi, you're so sweet. And you're like, nom, 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 nom. And it's really happy. You know what? Like, remember, okay, you know, like old school, I guess trailers in the cinema where like the ketchup and the mustard and the popcorn and the Coke, they're alive and they're doing a little dance?
Let's all go to the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have those, but I know them from watching American things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like it's the same thing. They're happy to be eaten, so...
I sent you something.
Oh my god, exactly! Exactly! That's exactly it! Do you see? Do you understand me now? Don't you feel silly for doubting me?
Are you just hungry?
I'm always hungry.
So Gilbert.
All right, where were we?
Gilbert.
Okay. Yeah, what's up with Gilbert?
Well, I explained what was up with Gilbert. Although we never get a piece of text that specifically says that Gilbert transformed after taking in yarn and blood. So we can't be certain. If I've learned anything from the internet.
Okay, and the last place we find it is Lower Ailing Lauren Root Chalice. 6Q77ZR9H.
Yep.
Excellent. And we've talked about Lauren a lot, and I mean...
Yeah.
Like, do we need to repeat that Lauren has beasts? What happened in Lauren is happening in Yarnum.
I think it's pretty...
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, excellent. Thank you. Okay, and the next number on the outline, the next point on the outline... Let's look at the text closely. Let's look at the meaning of words, the purpose of the rune, and what does it say in Japanese. A carol rune that transcribes on human sounds, and we have talked about that in previous podcasts. The claw mark is an impulse to seek the warmth of blood like a beast. It strengthens visceral attacks, one of the darker hunter techniques.
The whole, like, we seek blood like a beast was, like, the first thing that we talked about. And then you were like, I think it thinks that you're sushi. This was after you had complained I, quote-unquote, wasn't paying attention.
Okay, thank you, Richie. Although the difference is subtle, Runesmith Carol describes the beast as a horrific and unwelcome instinct deep within the hearts of men, while Clawmark is an alluring invitation to accept this very nature. So tell me what's it saying here, in terms of the difference between beast and Clawmark.
Because, like, it's saying beast is what's inside you. And then clawmark is, like giving into, like, what the temptation of what's inside you.
Mm-hmm. So beast transforms you into a beast, while clawmark is the consequence of being a beast?
No, it's saying that, like, inside everyone is, like, the beast, is, like, beasthood, and the desire for blood and everything. And what clawmark is, because clawmark is about, like, ripping things open.
Okay.
It's, like, giving into that.
Okay, I like that. That's cool. All right. I mean, like I said, we talked a lot about beasts on the previous podcast, so we're not gonna go into that now because it would just essentially be the same thing. Oh, what does the text say in Japanese?
It says basically the same thing.
Could you read it for me, please?
I'd like to point out that my monitor just died. So I'm having to do this all on one, like, screen, and it's incredibly crowded. Okay, it says, Carol character of Scars. It's calling it Scars if you Google the kanji. It's like Tsutsumeto. If you Google that, you will get a whole lot of, like, really edgy t-shirts that have, like, like, claw marks on them. One of the Carol letters that makes up Scars, it is an impulse like a beast seeking warm blood and enhances the power of visceral attacks. The scribe Carol refers to the difference between Scars and beast. If the beast is the unwanted and horrifying nature found in a person, Scar is a trace of the temptation that cannot be escaped.
Okay, thank you, Richie. I guess that's about it. Do you have anything else to add about clawmark?
What is that all?
Yeah.
Even the outline?
That's it. This is... Oh, okay, sorry. There's one last point on the outline.
Okay.
Good catch, Richie. Good catch, Richie.
Good catch, Richie.
Good catch, Richie. Good catch, Richie. What great one is it associated with?
None of them.
Wait. What great one is associated with the rune, and what great one spoke it?
None and none.
Why?
Because it's just a thing within humans that makes them violent and seek visceral attack. What?
Woo!
No!
The rune is within us? Are we speaking it?
It's just like the concept of, like...
But how did Carol write it down?
Well, Carol transcribed the roar of a labyrinth beast, so I guess this is Carol transcribing, like, the... Maybe this is the phonetic transcription of a visceral attack, I don't know.
No, what if Carol saw a claw mark on a wall and tried to draw it, but Carol was not very good at drawing, so it turned out this way?
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be a transcription of a visceral attack, okay, like an interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the outro?
That was... Clawmark. A transcription of the sound of you shoving your fist in someone's torso.
Mm-hmm.
This was for patrons. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
If you're thinking this wasn't very long, that's because a lot of the beast stuff we talked about on another one.
Right.
And you can listen to that. Do you think
Excellent.
that Gilbert dropping claw mark means Gilbert was a hunter? Because he also has the flame sprayer.
Maybe like a regular hunter, not a moon-scented hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he chilled with Ludwig. Maybe he knew Ludwig killed Maria. And then Ludwig gave him some bad blood, and that's why Gilbert was never cured of his sickness.
Did he also think Ludwig was sushi? Does Ludwig see all of the people in his arena as sushi? He thinks the River of Blood is one of those like sushi restaurants where it's on a conveyor belt and it's just going around.
Yes, exactly. And everything's like really, really happy and shiny, you know what I mean?
Who introduced sushi to Yano?
Well, obviously Bergenworth after visiting the fishing hamlet.
Good night, everyone.